Welcome back to Starfield. This is Hereck. I need you to smash that like button, share your experiences with Starfield in the comments below, and subscribe. Last episode, we finished Walter's mission to purchase an artifact here on Neon. Now that we're done with that, it doesn't really tell us what to do other than to get out of Neon, which is kind of suspicious. It just says to take off. Usually it tells you where to go. Now it's telling you where to leave from, which makes me think that we're going to run into something just as soon as we take off. So I figured, well, let's start the video right here, take off, and see what happens.
Struts retracting. Let's get out of here.
Sometimes you get a feel like something's going to happen because of the way that they phrase the quest names.
It's very quiet out in space. You would think there would be trumpets wherever you go.
My people have killed for less, but I will offer you one
Helix.
chance to hand over the artifact and turn away from this path.
Oh, that's not any type of ship I recognize.
It's pretty cool looking, though. Can you tell me who you are?
The fact that you do not know says much. We are the Starborn.
The Starborn.
You are unworthy to possess the artifacts.
Tell us, please. What are the artifacts? What are they for? Did you make them? What gives you more right to them than humanity?
Answering your questions is exactly what we cannot allow. Abandon your thirst for knowledge or drown in it.
Can you at least tell us a little bit about who you are?
The more you understand, the more damage you will do.
How could just knowing what you are be dangerous?
Our distance from you is the whole point. We interfere now because we must.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance.
Okay. Spin up the grav drive. I need to fix that, don't I? Okay. So if we spin up the grav drive, we can fly out of here. Or we can just get rid of what we just purchased. No way I'm doing that. Or we can try to fight them. I have a feeling we could not beat them. One, because I suck at space combat. But two, because I don't think you're meant to fight them here. I think you're meant to run. Just from the way that everything was phrased there. But let's I'm going to do full evasive maneuvers.
That require my attention, you know.
Walter, you give me a minute to think through what I'm doing. This is a big decision. You can wait. Full evasive maneuvers. Let's go.
We'll get through this. Hold on.
Come on. Let's fix this engine. Down, down. Oh, I'm going to need some engine, aren't I? And let's see now. I've got the grav drive up and running. And I think I want to go to Alpha Centauri so we can get back to the lodge. Set course. Right? Just set course. Jump. There we go. Oh, they're still attacking. What happened? Why didn't it work? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Okay. You think they can keep up and follow me? I don't think so.
I would not get tired of it, Star.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's
Speculation
cargo.
part of my brain is in overdrive. Need to regroup.
Scan
The lodge
complete.
immediately.
You're cleared to land at
Tell
New
Noel to
Atlantis.
analyze the
Please,
data off
enjoy
the
your
ship's
visit,
sensors.
I don't
Everyone's going to want to weigh in on this.
I don't like when you first enter a new system, when you have 2 to 3 people talking over each other. They need to do something about that. That's not great. It's a little bit too much to try to make out what's going on when you've got 2 to 3 people talking at the same time. All right, here we are back at the lodge. And I need to fix how my ship is set up for sure, but I just turned all the grab drives on so I could get as far away as possible. All right, talk to Sarah and set that as the active mission, yes. Wait a minute. Talk to Sarah, talk to Barrett. Wait a minute. I don't want... Looks like the next main quest is actually to talk to Noel.
How is Neon? Are you okay?
Have you noticed any strange ships in orbit around here?
No.
Check out my ship sensors.
Okay. I'll start transferring the data over now. Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype?
I don't think
No,
so.
that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
That's no faction vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret
I'll take this,
military
then.
tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for Rune?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
I have a different theory. I'm probably wrong. They called themselves Starborn, right? Maybe we've never found them because they live on the sun and we can't get close enough. Possible? Possible. I agree with Barrett. Definitely not human-made, these artifacts.
No settled systems lab made these things, and I doubt one of them made that ship either.
So, we got some weird extra-dimensional beings that coincidentally decide to build their spacefaring vessels exactly like we do. Not so sure about that.
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
Could we talk?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Okay.
What is it?
Alright, so I've got a lot of people who seem to want to talk to me. The actual quest is add the artifact to the collection. Acquire the power on, acquire the power on. Loose ends. But it's not listed anywhere here, but I keep hearing everybody say, can we talk? Can we talk? So why don't we quickly just go around the room?
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
I'm a little worried with these new powers that I've been getting and touching all these artifacts that it's affecting me physically. The scans you ran, what do they say?
Before I say anything, I need to clarify that I have no formal medical training. So with that in mind, I think so. I know I said the scans weren't normal, but I would differentiate that from dangerous or concerning. I plan on keeping an eye on you, but you seem to have adapted to the changes. You're feeling okay, right?
If anything, I feel stronger.
Okay, well, if I were a doctor, I would absolutely advise against that for a variety of reasons. But I'll take it as a positive sign for now. For now, just relax. We're all behind you, and we'll take care of you if we need to. And if you wake up in the middle of the night to find me standing over you, taking scans or drawing blood, just take it in stride. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. Probably.
Sarah mentioned a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Sam, I do not know if you recall my suggestion, but if Cora ever needs something...
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full. Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Okay, so this is meant to be my room, which means I can sleep here. Sure, yep. So this is a place I can rest. And where did she take off to? Because I still wanted to...
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yeah, I know everybody does, but I'm trying to get everybody into these conversations, starting with one person at a time. Let me find her again. Okay, found her.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir. Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Other than the artifacts, is there any other type of exploration work I could be doing?
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet. Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now, but we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses, and he was the one who got this all in motion.
Because you seem to know a lot about it.
Oh, gosh, no, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Okay, well, you let me know if there's anything I can do to help you learn more.
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Okay. Organic stuff. Got it. Tell me how they'd help, though.
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Sounds good. I've actually got some.
Anything I can learn from is a help.
Okay. Do I really? So she'll buy all this stuff. But do I want to sell it? Uncommon. Fiber. So what I don't know, if I sell this to her, like for example, if I sell one fiber, will she learn from it? Like, I can't imagine she doesn't know what fiber is already. I think this isn't about learning. I think this is a place to sell stuff. But I could be wrong. Like, maybe I sell one of these and she learns something cool from it that helps me make new items. I don't know. Or maybe once I sell it to her, then I can buy more of that item from her. That's a possibility too. Let's see what happens. I sold her like 4 things just now. And so now she has them in her inventory. Let's get out of this.
Stay safe, okay?
Did you learn anything?
Everyone's excited by the artifacts.
No, she's just a vendor.
See you later.
At this point, she's just a vendor. Okay, but there is a pharmaceutical lab up here, and we learned that there is a board, a mission board somewhere that we need to access. Did we get any other miscellaneous quests? Oh, Constellation yeah. Holy cow. All right, let's start talking to these folks. Holy smokes, there's a lot of talk to quests. Let's get some of these done because I think they're unlocking like this mission board. I think just talking to them unlocks something. So I want to get through a lot of these. I'll bring you in on the conversations, but I'll cut you out while I move to them because it'll get really long.
Take note. Everyone here is worth learning from. Yes, even the kid.
So, about that Sebastian Banks speech.
Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate my soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since.
Walter, I wanted to ask if you had any more work for me.
I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon.
Thank you. And?
I'm not getting... There's no fooling you. Don't worry, this is a much lower stake opportunity. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested?
Of course I am.
Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify.
Oh, sweet.
Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done.
Yeah. I'm interested in a new ship. Yeah, count me in, man.
Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Okay. Sweet. So... go to Stroud Eklund Star Yard. New mission's called Overdesigned. Okay. So we found another mission here. Except it thought it was an activity. Is it a miscellaneous? Oh yeah, it's a miscellaneous. But it sounds like we're going to get a new ship out of that one, which is fantastic. Let's go talk to Andrea. Found Andrea. She's out in the garden here.
Ah, hello.
Hi
We've
there.
not yet had a moment to talk about what happened to you at that place.
Check out her
That
stealth.
temple? I am not sure what to call it. In all my time amongst the stars, I have never heard of such a thing. What do you think that place was?
It was frightening, but it was beautiful. I could never have imagined a place like that.
Then it seems fitting that you were the one to discover it. Certainly it is too soon to speculate about who built it, but... how can we not? After what you experienced, do you have any insights?
I have no idea who could have created something like that. I'm pretty sure it was not humans, though.
It is hard to argue, but the implications... I am sorry. After what you have been through, I should be asking about you. Are you all right? Have you felt any side effects?
I actually feel stronger now than I did before.
A cynical person might suggest that in itself could be a side effect. But for now, we will just assume you have been very fortunate. The artifacts, that temple, this new ability you have acquired, clearly they are all connected. This is all so much bigger than we realized.
We've gotten really far, but only by doing it together.
Yes, you are right. And if we continue to work together, perhaps we can start to explain some of this. Now we have even greater reason to press forward, to learn more about what is at work here.
Okay. I don't think that updated anything, but I do think I want her to be with me.
My attention.
There's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there?
I have sharpened the blade for this very occasion.
Okay, so she's now active with me, which is fantastic. I don't think she gave me another quest.
Is something amiss?
Let's Let's see if there's anything more to ask her.
You do not need to ask me if you may. Honestly, I can't. So many years have been driven by survival in intense circumstances. Leisure time it's been in short supply. And I suppose I have conditioned myself to not think about it much. I do enjoy combat training, though I suppose that is hardly the answer you are looking for. You have given me something to consider. Thank you for that.
Do you have a favorite place that you like to go?
You might find it absurd, but
This place?
honestly,
Okay.
the lodge. I have never been surrounded by such a remarkable group of people, present company included. It has been a very long time since I have been someplace that could possibly feel like home. There are worlds beyond count out there, but that feeling is rare and precious.
Have you ever thought about your own ship?
I have done so in the past, when necessary, but I am not the best pilot, and it seems prudent to apply my skills where they are most useful. Lately, that means aiding you. And that, I think, has worked out very well.
Okay, that's it.
All right, then.
I don't think she has anything more for me, so, but because of her level of stealth, I think I'm going to keep her as an active companion. And let's talk to Mateo.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
How did you end up here?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
It seems that all the artifacts are in caves.
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Been putting a lot of thought into that temple.
You and me both. The implications are staggering. Obviously, we don't know anything for certain, at least not yet, but there sure seems to be a connection between these temples and the artifacts. So it would follow that someone or something built them. Both the temples and the artifacts. That alone is huge, isn't it?
All right, since you won't say it, I will. Aliens.
You said it, not me. I'll concede it's a possibility, but it's only 1 in a million. As much as we'd like to, we can't jump to conclusions just yet.
I agree. Just like you said, we don't know anything yet.
I've been repeating it over and over in my head, like a mantra. If I don't, I know I'm gonna get carried away. We just need to focus on our next steps. More research, documenting our findings, and not jumping to conclusions, no matter how enticing that might be.
Okay, this might be the end of what he has to say. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we've talked to Mateo. Let's see. Who do we need to talk to next? Samco. Is he down here somewhere or is he upstairs? He's probably upstairs. Give me a second. I finally found him. He was down in the basement. I don't know if I've shown you guys the basement down here yet, but basically, come down the stairs and you've got all of your workbenches. I have them all in the ship now, so I've got basically all the workbenches in 2 places. I don't know if all of the stuff in my ship... It does. Okay. So anything that's in my ship is actually usable from here too. Fantastic. Sam.
You need something? Where to begin? That temple? The hell was that? I've been from one end of the settle systems to the other more times than I could count. but I've never, and I mean never, encountered something like that. Who built it? Why? So many questions.
That's what we're going to find out.
Yeah, no pressure. And what you can do? I am not a scientist, not in the least. But that ability, power, it's just plain scientifically impossible.
It almost feels like magic.
Okay, just don't say that back at the lodge. Some of them would blow a gasket if you suggested that. Well, forget about me. How are you? I mean, whatever happened, it could have deep physiological effects. I hope not mental. And even if everything's perfect, still, I can't imagine what's going through your head.
I actually feel better than I have in years, which is kind of scary.
That's not disturbing. No, not at all. The other Constellation members are going to lose their minds once they hear about this. Assuming they even believe us.
Okay. That was it, huh? So we got Barrett next. Let's find him. Some of these people aren't here. So let's talk to Barrett next, though. Okay, Barrett was back here on the ship, so let's talk to him.
So, you gotta fill me in on what happened at the temple. What happened? What did you see?
It was the strangest feeling. Never experienced anything like that. Oops, clicked the wrong button.
Weathering on the rock surfaces could be due to
Dang it.
extreme erosion, which differs per planet, of course. So we can't exactly correlate age with that. But it is an interesting observation. Then what happened? I heard you did some stuff and then you changed.
I got a new power. I'm kind of awesome now.
Okay, good. I like the positivity here. Keep that up. You encountered advanced technology that altered your biology in a way that results in what? Superpowers?
I mean, sorta. Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe we can run some tests later. Anyway, thanks for filling me in on the temple and your power. I wonder if we can find any more traces of whoever built them. It just opens up a world of questions. It's so exciting.
Do you have anything more to say?
Excusez-moi.
You have anything for me? Let's try that.
Oh, right. Almost forgot about it. This is for you.
Some stew?
I'm all ears.
I don't think there's anything
I'm
personal I
all
really
ears.
want to ask him, but... So about your artifact, tell me about yourself. Yeah, let's skip that. I'm trying to get to stuff that gets me to quests.
How do you think this adventure
No.
is going?
No.
Great.
No.
Fantastic.
Please don't talk to that guy.
Time will treasure forever.
Let's see. Sarah Morgan and Catherine Luzion. I think we've pretty much exhausted. Except for Sarah.
Something you need? Now that we have a moment, I wanted to ask how you're feeling. After your
Well, ask away.
experience at the temple, you've given everyone at the lodge quite a scare.
I feel strangely powerful, like energy coursing through my veins.
That's distressing, but to be expected, I suppose. According to what I've heard, your body absorbs an amount of energy of a type we can't even begin to understand. We're dealing with something unknown to modern science. Who knows how this encounter has affected your body or your mind?
If I'm being honest, I am kind of nervous. Actually, I'm scared. I'm really scared.
I know, and I feel terrible that I can't provide you with the proper reassurance. That temple proves we're dealing with entities of unknown origin. The problem is that we can't even begin to guess what their intention was towards us and where they've gone.
So, do you think it was built by aliens?
It's a possibility I've considered, but I'm not 100% convinced. The only thing we can be certain of is that the technology we've encountered points to beings that live outside the settled systems.
I don't think these beings would have granted me these abilities.
Perhaps. It's just that... Oh, I'm afraid that we're flying almost completely blind here. All we know for certain at this point is that whoever created the artifacts are the same beings that built the temple. Anything else is just guesswork. I might as well put on a blindfold and toss darts at theories written on the wall.
I would have thought that this would be exciting for you.
Oh, believe me, this is positively exhilarating. Think about the significance of this research. The questions it raises alone are mind-boggling. Who was this wondrous structure built to accommodate? How long ago did these entities inhabit our universe? Are they still out there, somewhere?
Maybe, just maybe, these temples were built for us humans, and we're just now ready to find them.
Perhaps. We'll need more data to be sure. It's funny. I used to think the artifacts were the end-all be-all of scientific discovery, the pinnacle mystery of our time. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would lead to something of this magnitude. I just hope that you'll come through this, whatever it is, unharmed.
And here I thought it was me that was the subject of your wildest dreams.
Well, yes, of course you are. I was speaking of the power you've acquired. This is all scientifically speaking, of course. Look, I've already taken up too much of your time. All I can do is promise that I'm not going to make you deal with this mystery alone. Whatever might be happening, I'll be right here to help you every step of the way.
Okay. Anything else?
A few moments. There's something I'd like to discuss.
Sure.
Thanks
I'm
for
here.
taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Bactera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
The way I've explained it to people who have asked, and it's the best way I can, is I had visions. I heard sounds, music. It's really hard to describe.
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
Kind of felt strong, like there was pure energy flowing through every part of my body.
Raw energy? I've never heard that one before. I shouldn't be surprised. The artifacts aren't exactly what you'd call normal.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement.
True. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
Now that I think of it, the feelings, the visions, the music, it could be a message. Maybe it was trying to communicate.
Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of to reply. And believe me, I've been trying to gather data on the damn things for years.
I'm sorry, I know this whole thing must be just so frustrating.
Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be... oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this.
Then we'll get to the bottom of it. Together.
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Okay. You got anything more?
You've got something for me?
Let's
Fine by me.
see if this has anything that we wanted. Religion. let's do this fun question. Sarah, anything you like to do for fun? Well, besides exploring?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
Okay, that's all for now.
I hope you got something. Bye.
All right. I think we have officially spoken with everyone that is part of Constellation so far. I do not want to talk to that guy. Is his voice, tell me, listen to his voice.
Yes, infallible one?
Is that Cicero?
Absolutely. Ask away.
I think that's Cicero.
Being part
I think so.
of your crew is just the best.
I'm positive that's Cicero's voice. Anyway, I think we're ready to move on. So when we come back, we had a full introduction to everyone. Well, let's go ahead and do that now. We'll add the artifact to the collection because it's right here. We're on the planet. We'll add it and see where that takes us. We'll head back to the lodge and drop that off real fast.
So visible. I suppose it makes people more comfortable. Do not spend as much time here as some of the others, but I appreciate that I was still given my own room.
Still need to lift another set today. Been dragging. Shoulder stiff.
Oh, we never talked to Vlad, did we? That's okay. We'll talk to him now.
You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance. Ready to head back out there? The Eye can help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor.
You have any idea how many more of these artifacts there are?
No telling the exact number, but they're getting harder to find. Got some equipment, repairs, and upgrades on the making-do list. The Eye's straining to her limits these days.
Okay, give me everything you've got.
Double-check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you.
Okay. So we got a couple of more locations. I don't think we've talked to Vlad on just normal conversation.
Good luck out there on the fringe.
Don't let me down.
So you retired from the Crimson Fleet, huh? I didn't know that happened.
Usually doesn't. I'm overdrawn from Lady Luck 3 times over. It's a long tale to tip your ear on, but if you ever wanted to visit, I have a house out there in the Starfield. Thought I was going to see life's eclipse from there, but Constellation swept me away. Haven't been there since we started on the Eye. If you do go there, turn the lights off when you leave, okay?
Okay, so Vladimir has a house somewhere that we need to visit. I'm guessing that's the home building tutorial, which would be cool. See, have anything else?
Eyes on the back while you're out there.
What do you think of these?
Sure those Starborn don't creep up on you.
What do you think of these Starborn?
Find myself thinking of the fleet. You know you can take a mark. You don't open comms. It's all storm and fire and sifting the wreckage after it's over. But if you're not so sure, you play the bully's gambit. Hope they don't challenge the threats you throw at them. Sound familiar?
You weren't there. Lad, you didn't see them. I don't think we had a chance against them.
All the more reason to itch your brain over the details. Could have ended it right there. They chose not to. A striker lurking in the shadows has good reason to hide. Won't be easy to drag them into the light.
Tell me how you became part of Constellation.
Ever run the scholars on the Centaurus Proclamation? The original treaty that gave every human the right to colonize the stars? Stolen by some fool's joke of a Crimson Fleet rook looking to trade names to Captain. Sight to see pinned above my chair, like the whole settled systems was mine for the taking. Time dances its years forward, and I'd retired. That's when our own Sarah Morgan walks into the tale. Fire in her eyes and her head full of intel I thought I had spent the labor's efforts burying. Of course, I didn't have the Centaurus Proclamation just lounging in my pockets. Belonged to the ship and her new captain in the fleet I had left behind. Tipped your ear long enough, but the short line of it, Sarah and I returned the treaty to the rightful owners, and I decided to hang around, lend an old pirate's wisdom to the mission.
So research on the artifacts must be a full-time job for you.
That's why I missed your little welcome party. Got caught up plotting all the data the Eye can give us. Wouldn't mind the helper's hand, though. Could speed the process along. Up-to-date planetary scans would help filter all the data I have to sift through. Maybe help to find the anomalous bits. And Constellation can slide a credit or two your way. All part of the mission of charting the stars, right?
How do I, where do I get these scans?
When you're orbiting a planet, your ship's scanners can pick up all sorts of information. Signs of life, resources, structures where they shouldn't be. It all gets downloaded into data you can hand over to anyone who's interested. And Constellation is always more interested than most.
Now, I can get that survey data.
Then we're hand in hand in agreement. Now, get out there and burn some helium.
I think I have some survey data.
And the darkness gets lit.
Do I? Maybe not. Nope. Okay. You come here often?
I make the visit when they need me. Don't mind the loner's life most days, and the Eye is important work. But I should make the trip more often. Can't let Walter be the only one tending bar there too long. Everyone will forget what a good drink tastes like.
Okay. I think we're done with him.
Show the words another time then.
Okay, I think that was a good formal introduction to just about everyone here. So, next episode, I'm trying to decide, should we move further down the main storyline, or should we start grabbing these powers? There's more powers coming. Or, well, and I think we can do the scanning, but we could go to Vlad's house, and I'm guessing, just guessing, that starts a tutorial on home building. And we can check out the mission board, which I think we can do that anyway.
Your ship, then here,
because I saw it downstairs. I don't know if there's anything in it. Let's see, there's a ton of missions here. And some of them are survey things, which also turns in surveys for Vlad, I would guess. All right, so we got a lot going. I'll make a decision before we start the next one on which route we're going to go. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.